What's up guys, welcome to another FIFA Ultimate Team video, and today EA have released a brand new concept for SBCs. It is called Summer Showdown and is part of the Summer Heat promo, where basically in a future fixture coming up, this one is between Bayer Leverkusen and Mainz, there is a player from each of these teams that you can complete an SBC of. Depending on which team wins that particular game, the player from that particular team who has the SBC will receive a +3 overall upgrade on the base SBC card. If the game ends in a draw, then it will be both players will receive a +1 overall upgrade. The two players available from this particular fixture coming up is going to be Moussa Diaby from Bayer Leverkusen or Boetius from Mainz. So what we're going to do today is check out both cards. We're going to see what their in-game stats are. Then we're going to check out how much it costs to complete the SBC before finally talking about the best chem stars to use with these particular players. So let's start off with Diaby, the 92 rated left midfielder from Leverkusen. He has the high attack work rate with the medium defense work rate, which is good. Skill moves of 4 stars is very nice, along with that weak foot of 4 stars, very nice as well. In terms of his attributes, his pace is phenomenal, acceleration of 98 and sprint speed of 98 is brilliant. Shooting stats wise, a little bit lopsided here. He's got good stats within this category but bad stats as well. So attack positioning of 94, finishing of 88 and shot power of 98 are good. His long shots of 70 is not great, his volleys of 83 is okay, but his penalties of 58 is pretty shabby. In terms of his passing stats, vision of 87 is nice, crossing of 87 is good. His free kick accuracy of 54 is extremely poor. Short pass of 97 is very good. Long pass of 88 is good, and his curve of 84 is okay. In terms of those dribbling stats, absolutely phenomenal agility and balance, both maxed out to 99s. That ball control of 91 is good, his dribbling of 94 is very nice, and composure of 87 is a decent stat as well. In terms of his reactions of a 75, in my opinion, that is really low for where we are within this game. It's not up to scratch. Defensively, he's pretty poor, so we'll skip past those stats, but physically, stamina of 90 is fantastic. Jumping of 87 is alright, but his strength at 62 could be considered a little low, as well as his aggression at 70. In terms of any traits, he unfortunately doesn't contain any, only a couple of CPU ones. Overall, this card fits in line with the meta very nicely. I can see a lot of people just looking at these stats and going, yo, that is the card I'm completing. Fast player, high agility, high balance. But for me, with the reactions at 75, strength at 62 and aggression at 70, makes me pretty cautious as to how good this guy will play within the game. In terms of the work rates, I'm very happy with, and the skill moves and weak foot, very good as well. How much does this SBC cost to complete? Well, in order to obtain the player, you need to provide a Leverkusen player with either a team of the season so far or team of the week player in an 84 rated squad with 80 chemistry. That might not be too bad for value, considering you're getting a 92 rated card in return, and currently, according to Footbin, you're looking at around about 110,000 coins to complete this SBC. I'd like it if you could try and bring that down and complete it with the club assets that you have, but just from a liquid coin perspective, this isn't too bad at all, and he's generally a very good player, just with a few minor issues. Now, if you do decide to complete this SBC, what would be the best chem stars to use with this guy? I have 3 in mind that I think will work best. The first one being a marksman. Generally speaking, his shooting stats are pretty poor, and I'm more impressed with his passing stats than his shooting stats. So what you'll see with a marksman in a +10 chemistry position is boosting his shooting, dribbling and physicality. So what you see from a shooting perspective is his positioning and shot power both max out to 99s. His finishing becomes a 98, his long shots become an 80, volleys becomes a 93, and penalties gets a minor boost, bringing it to a 63. In terms of his dribbling boost, reactions gets a boost, which is nice, bringing it to an 80. His ball control becomes a 96, and that dribbling maxes out to a 99. He then also receives a minor physical boost, which is also pretty decent, with the aggression now becoming a 75 and his strength becoming a 67. He also gets a big boost in jumping, bringing it to a 97, but that doesn't really matter too much. Another chem star I'd recommend for him is a Maestro. In a plus 10 chemistry position here, you'll see his shooting stats be boosted with positioning and shot power maxing out to 99s. His long shots becomes an 80 and volleys becomes an 88. In terms of his passing stats, his vision becomes a 93, which is nice. Free kick accuracy goes up to a 64. Short passing maxes out to a 99 and long passes becomes a 93. And then from a dribbling perspective, again, the reactions go up to an 80. His ball control becomes a 96 and his dribbling becomes a 99. And then the final chem star I'm going to recommend if you really are concerned with the passing attributes is an engine. So what you see is his pace basically maxed out to 99s. His dribbling, will see his reactions go up to an 80, his ball control becomes a 96 and his dribbling becomes a 99. And then finally within the passing category, his short passing maxes out to 99, his long passing becomes a 98, free kick accuracy goes up to a 64, crossing becomes a 92 and vision becomes a 93. Generally speaking, it's a good card and with the right chem style can become a lot better. But I'm not blown away by it, but I definitely can see a lot of people wanting to complete this particular SBC. Now on to Boetius from Mainz with his 92 rated cam card. He has the medium attack, high defense work rates, which is quite counterproductive when you're looking at a cam, so that's not good to start off with. But again, 4-star skill moves and 4-star weak foot is very nice. In terms of his attributes, fantastic pace for a cam, 95, acceleration and sprint speed is exceptional. In terms of his shooting stats, much more well-rounded than Diaby with the attack positioning of 99, finishing of 88, shot power of 91, long shots of 93, volleys of 92 and penalties of 78. In terms of his passing stats, he's pretty damn good here too, with his vision of 96, crossing of 87, free kick accuracy of 72, short pass of 91, long pass of 81 and curve of 97. In terms of his dribbling stats as well, he's pretty good but not as good as Diaby from that perspective. So agility at 99 is exceptional. His balance of 86 is alright. Much better reactions though with an 86, which is nice to see. Ball control of 90 is good and his dribbling of 93 is pretty good as well. However, his composure at 82 is not the best. Defensively, not great, so we'll move on from there. Physically, the aggression of 58 is very low in my opinion. Strength of 75 is okay. Stamina of 99 is fantastic and his jumping at 85 is relatively alright. Now compared to Diaby, Boetius does have a trait, the flare trait, which is okay, it's not amazing. He does contain a couple of CPU traits as well, which is a bit unfortunate. Generally speaking, I do prefer this card to the Diaby one just because in all areas he seems to just be a little bit better, while I think Diaby does suit the meta of the game a lot better just because of his pace and the top tier agility and balance stats. This Boetius card just seems to have a bit more to him than the Diaby card. I guess then again it also comes down to how much this SBC costs. I probably expect it to cost around the same as the Diaby one. So you need, that's interesting, just a Bundesliga player, a team of the season so far or team of the week player, 84 rated squad, 75 chemistry. So this is going to come in a little bit cheaper, and it currently is according to Footbin. You're looking at around about 90k currently on PlayStation. It's a little bit more expensive on Xbox. Now I feel like there's a sense of irony here because I get the feeling that EA want you to go for this Boetius card. Now, I presume that's probably because Mainz is not as good as Leverkusen, generally speaking. Otherwise, I don't really see why you would have him at a lower value or compared to Diaby. Or is it because EA value Diaby's stats more than Boetius' stats? It's an interesting one to ponder. Now, generally speaking, when I look at this card and I look at the chem stars in order to use with him, only really two stick out to mind. The first one would be an engine. Generally speaking, I like the card a lot, but I do think he required some sort of boost within his balance as much as anything else. So what you see with an engine chem star is his pace maxes out both to 99s, which is fantastic. From a passing point of view, his vision becomes a 99. Crossing becomes a 92, free kick accuracy an 82, short passing a 96, and that long passing becomes a 91. Then from a dribbling perspective, his balance goes up to a 96, which is fantastic. Reactions become a 91, ball control becomes a 95, and his dribbling becomes a 99 as well, which is very nice indeed. The other chem star I recommend is going to be a marksman, purely because he's a cam. He's already got the very good passing. I just want him to be that much better within the attacking positions to score a goal. So what you'll see here within his shooting stats is his finishing becomes a 98, shot power goes up to a 96, long shots and volleys both max out to 99s, and his penalties becomes an 83. Then from a dribbling perspective, his reactions becomes a 91, ball control becomes a 95, dribbling becomes a 98, which is very nice indeed. And then finally gets some boost in physical, so what you see is his aggression becomes 63, strength becomes an 80, and that jumping goes up to a 95. Generally speaking, it's a nice little concept from EA. Not really too sure how well it's going to feed out to us as the community, but all in all, interesting concept. Would love to know what you guys think of these players. Personally, I would lean towards Boetius than Diaby, but if you can do both, go ahead. You might have the chance of having either two players get base upgrades or just one player get a +3 upgrade. You know, it's kind of like a win-win if you can afford to do it. But yeah, until next time guys, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll check you guys out laters.